Mom, I say. I slowly walk toward the sound, and suddenly Funtime Foxy pops out and grabs my arm. I start to scream, but she covers my mouth. Shh, don't make too much noise. We want this to be nice and quiet, she says. I see Funtime Freddy's shadow walk towards me. Funtime Freddy exits a hatch. He speaks to me in his glitchy voice. Welcome to our new party. You're our first guest, he says. He is this over-the-top character, so he jokes a lot and speaks loud and laughs a lot. I try to escape, but Funtime Foxy is holding me tight. Funtime Freddy's stomach opens up, revealing his high-tech wire and a bunch of robotic material. Funtime Foxy places me inside, and Funtime Freddy's stomach closes up. I curl up in a ball inside the small, cramped area. I don't know where we are going or where we'll end up. Funtime Freddy stops walking and his stomach opens up. I fall out then I am inside this room. Funtime Freddy and Funtime Foxy exit the room and close the door. Hello, child, I hear a different voice say. Listen closely. You will need that yellow bunny suit in front of you, he says. I look around and see an empty yellow bunny suit costume sitting on the table. Just give it a good whack, he says. I raise my hand and give the bunny a huge whack. Suddenly, there's snapping coming from the inside of the suit. I see metal moving around inside, then two eyes appear inside. The eyes open and look at me. The bunny stands up and twitches its neck. It walks towards me and grabs my neck. He holds me to the wall and opens its mouth. I feel the tears dripping from my eyes and the metal teeth get closer to my body. Then, I feel biting in the side of my head. I feel the blood drip down my face. I can see the vision getting blurry. I can't move. Henry's house, 1981. Okay, I whispered to myself. I set Funtime Foxy's broken body on the table and began to fix her. I grab my hammer and begin disassembling her. I tear off her faceplates and then place them on the table. I keep smashing her apart. Then I see the problem. The mind chip is cracked. The mind chip is like the animatronic's life. You know, the personality. The animatronic itself. It's basically Funtime Freddy's over-the-top personality or Ballora's dark, mysterious personality. I put the mind chip in the transfer device. I transferred the data to an empty chip. The process finishes, and I put it back in Funtime Fox's right arm and spent the rest of the day putting it back together. I wake up, having to bring Funtime Foxy back to Circus Babies by 2, because that's when the party starts. I get in my car and put the deactivated Funtime Foxy in the back seat and drive to Circus Babies. Circus Babies Pizza World, 1981. Why are you so late? Said one of the workers. I wheel in a big box with Funtime Foxy inside. I'm not late. The party starts in 5 minutes, I say to the worker. I pull out a large pocket knife and slice the box open. I push the button on the back of Funtime Foxy, and she walks on stage. The animatronics start talking to each other. It's cool that those things have personalities, the worker says. Well, it's hard to work, I tell him. That's why we only made one of these places, I tell him. I bet it's a pain to fix them when they break too, he says. It is. I'm lucky the only problem with Funtime Foxy was her personality was cracked, I say to him. What do you mean, he asks. Don't worry about it, I tell him. I stand in the corner as I see the kids playing with the robots. The animatronics seem to be interacting well with the kids. I don't know what I can do other than go home. Then I hear the room phone ring. I remember William Afton telling me not to let anyone answer the phone until I'm sure he called. I just didn't think he would choose today to do his thing. I see someone walk to the phone, so I rush to the phone so they don't answer it. It's for me, I say to the man. How do you know that? The man asks. Internal instincts, I say. He gives me a confused look, then decides to walk away. I answer the phone, hoping it's William so I can leave. Henry, you hear from the phone. Okay, what do you need? I ask William. I need you to go behind the stage, he says. Weird. Why is he wanting me to go backstage? There are hatches all over this place, so I'm not surprised if he has a secret room. I have a secret room, he says. Called it. So, is there a hatch behind the stage? I ask. Yes, he says. Enter the hatch, and I will tell you where to go, he continues. I look around just to make sure no one follows me. I open the door, then walk in. When I enter, I close the door behind me. I see another entrance behind the stage. Suddenly, I feel a phone buzz in my pocket. I answer the phone. "Are you in yet?" asks William. "Yes," I tell him. "Okay, first," he begins. "Wait a minute," I interrupt. "Why didn't you call me on my phone in the first place? If you did, I shouldn't have had to keep people from answering the main one," I explain. After pauses for a second. "I probably should have thought about that. You know I don't think of much," he says. It would have probably been a good idea if I told you to go in later, because today it's almost the animatronics break time, so they're going to follow you," he says. "Great. I am in an area I've never seen before, and now I'm going to be followed by a bunch of robots. Where am I anyway?" I turn on my spare flashlight and look around. I see a long hallway. "Go down the long hallway," William says. I do as he says and walks down the hallway. The walls are covered in holes where people can fit through. "Shh! I think I hear someone," I hear Blora say from the distance. "Oh no, they're here," I tell Afton. "Hide in one of the holes," he says. I climb into one of the holes and stop making noise. I hear their footsteps getting closer. "Who's in there? Reveal yourself," I hear Funtime Foxy say. I continue hiding so they don't find me. "He might be in one of the holes," says Blora. I continue looking, and I see them step in front of the hole I'm in. But then Freddy turns to his Bonnie puppet. Hey, Bon Bon, look inside the holes," he says. "Sure, Freddy," says Bon Bon. I see Bon Bon hop off his hand and start crawling around. I see her checking inside the holes while the animatronics continue looking around. "Hey, Bon Bon, do you see anything?" Funtime Freddy asks. "Nope, not in here," she says. I hope Bon Bon doesn't find me. Suddenly, I hear Bon Bon crawling around where I am. I duck inside the hole hoping she doesn't find me. I can tell Bon Bon is searching the hole at this second. "Not in here," says Bon Bon. I peek outside the hole as the animatronics continue walking. "Okay, they're gone," I tell Afton. "Okay, wait until they go back to where they were. Because if you go now, you'll either run into them or meet them inside the secret room," he says. I hear the animatronics walking back. "I swear I can hear something," says Blora. "Blora, you're just being silly," says Bon Bon. They walk back to the main stage room. "They're gone," I tell William. "Okay, keep going where you're going," he says. I climb out the hole and continue walking down the hallway. After a few minutes of walking, I can see a door in front of me. I open the door and get introduced to a pretty odd surprise. I get introduced to a room. The room is filled with blueprints. The animatronic costumes. The only thing really weird about this is the fact that the suits aren't from this location. They are from the old location, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. "What are these suits doing here?" asks William. "I want you to find out for yourself," he says. The phone hangs up. I look at the suits. I pick up the Freddy's masks. Something seems pretty odd about it. It has no upper teeth. It's wider, and it's a different shade of brown. I look at the Bonnie mask, and it's a different shade, no upper teeth, and the mask is wider. I look at the Chica mask, and she no longer has an overbite. Her whole mask is different. I look at the Foxy mask again. There really isn't any differences except one small detail. I look at the blueprints on the table. I move them around, and there was one thing that stood out to me. It's William Afton's progress book. I read inside for a few minutes. I kept reading until it says something about remaking Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Pages and pages about his failed attempts at starting a new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. He will try over and over again to remake it, but the community wouldn't allow it. I probably wouldn't even have a chance to read it if the animatronics found me. Luckily, I saw them exit. Blora, Funtime Foxy, and... wait. I never saw Funtime Freddy leave. Is he still in here? Good evening, buddy! I hear Funtime Freddy yell. I watch as he emerges from under the table. I slowly step back. Here it is, Bon Bon! Our big moment! He yells. I grab a wrench from the desk and hold it in front of me. Oh no, I'm so scared, he says sarcastically. Bon Bon, go get him! He yells. He grabs Bon Bon and throws her at me. She grabs my face and squeezes it tight. I try to get her off, but she's blocking my vision. I finally get her off, but I don't see Funtime Freddy. Hello! I hear Funtime Freddy say from behind me. I turn around, and I'm face to face with him. I decide not to fight him and leave. I run to the exit and down the hallway. Don't you want to hang out? I hear Funtime Freddy say from far behind me. Well, Bon Bon, I don't think he likes us. I run to the main stage room. I recognize you, I hear from the stage. I ignore it and hop in my car. I drive off. Who said that? Was it Baby? Point of view, Michael Afton. Michael's house, 1981. Jack, I yelled to my youngest son, Jack. What, Dad? Yes. Just come here, I tell him. He walks over to me as I hold up a piece of paper to him. It says, Fredbear's Family Diner. Open since 1978. What do you need? Asked Jack. Do you want to go? I asked. What is it? Asked Jack. It's Fredbear, I tell him. Who's Fredbear? He asks. You know who Freddy is, right? I ask. Yes, of course. Freddy's my favorite thing ever, he says. Let's go to your room, I tell him. We walk to his room. Why are we in here, Daddy? He asks. I pick up his Freddy Fazbear plushes off the ground. The plushes are these cute stuffed animals with big, beady eyes and small limbs. I pick up the Bonnie plush and hand him the Freddy plush. What are we doing, Dad? Asks Jack. You know how my father created Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, right? I ask. Well, of course, I know that, Daddy, says Jack. A few years after you were born, my father created a second place, I tell him. It was called Fredbear's Family Diner, I continue.